Morning. It's Monday. So, yeah, just getting back to the shop. We're gonna see if we can crank out some more bits and pieces for the Edsel. See if we can get this cooling system sewn up so we're ready for the next startup, so we can run it, warm it up. And then I think I'm going to be playing with the electrics in the body, so I'll be hooking up some powers and grounds and things like that. There's lots to do yet, but I'm going to just keep punking away. Now keys can stay in. Recording and using the walking stick is kind of difficult. Putting it over. Yeah, enough dinging already. Jeez. All right. Yes, and my health app keeps telling me I'm having stability issues. Well, of course. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna grab this door. And then we got to get into the adventures of some trailering, trailer work, trailer repair. That's coming up. Oh, so much to do. So few people to do it for me. Okay. That light is dim. Let's see if I can... That's not the one. Dimmer. I hate that light. I should change it. I got another one somewhere. I can trade it for something else. Hey, you know what? I can open this silly door. It's warmer outside than it is in here. Okay. So, here it is. So, incorrect water pump for AC. I got the pulley sitting on there. Let me just put my little stick down. As you saw, I've got that pulley on. Now what happens with, I'm not the one doing the math. I'm just trying to make stuff work. The workaround for this wrong water pump. Because if you go online and look at the price of a water pump, non-air, for a 410. Now, if you needed one with air, I got one. We'll trade, but it has to be like today. As you see, I've got the belt sitting in place. There was roughly a 1/4 inch discrepancy between this pulley and this pulley. This balancer and the pulley is one piece. So I pulled it, I made a shim. It doesn't affect any sealing. It doesn't affect anything else. It's moved it out, not quite a 1/4 of an inch. And I've got a pretty good alignment between the water pump pulley and the crankshaft pulley. So that's done, in my opinion, at this moment. Again, if somebody wants to trade a new non-AC pump for an AC pump, I bet Doug would be willing. So we'll get on with that. So next is to fit a, what would we call it? A non-purist charging whirler right there. We're going to call it a Alternator because that's what it is. And we're going to call it a Delco because that's what it is. Dependability, availability. That's my game plan here. So it's just, I think that's a 10 SI alternator. So, probably 40, 60 amp should have a bigger alternator because of the power windows, which I need to see if they work. Airplane. Again, I've mentioned before, I live across the river from an airplane float base, so sometimes it gets busy. So next is to, I think it'd be easier for me to mock up this alternator from below. So I guess that's next. I'm gonna rise it, and then we'll see if we can set the alternator on a bolt and mock it up. And we'll figure out my distances, make bushings, whatever it is that needs to be done. Okay, I'll bring you back in a minute. Action. Okay, I'm just gonna go and grab something and I'll be right back. Got a tape measure, got a bolt. I'm about to have an alternator. All right. This is the most comfortable way to do this, especially the part where I drop it on my head. And it looks like these bolts aren't all that tight, but we'll find out. So, this here, I'm going to take that sleeve off, set it right there. This bolt is nowhere near long enough. So, I got to start over. That takes all the fun out of this. Kind of curious though. I'm gonna go see if I got a longer 3/8 bolt. I'm supposed to have a bolt that fits through here, and that is supposed to be 7/16. So that's gonna change. I'm probably gonna have to fab up a new bracket anyway, so I won't destroy that one, which is probably not a bad thing. Put it with the generator. Okay, where was I going? Oh yeah, 3/8 bolt. Let's see if I got a really long one. 3/8. 3/8. I don't think these are any longer. What is this? Something I can use. Have welder will travel. I will not use threaded rod. Okay. None of these are long enough. Okay. Actually, when I make the new bracket, so maybe I will just, is that 7/16 or 3/8? Oh, that's 5/16. There's a 3/8 bolt. Okay, so I need a piece of 3/8 threaded rod. 7/16. Oh look! Ha! That showed up just in the nick of time. I have a tensioner bracket as well that I can shoot and modify. Okay, so Frank has some 3/8 threaded rod around here. I'm just going to go for a little wander and see. I think I know where it is too. Grab my walking stick. Is there anything in my quarter box here? Not long enough. Ooh, not long enough. Okay. Does that mean I gotta go to town to buy some 3/8 threaded rod? I refuse. Oh, look at that. Jackpot. I think it's some kind of a puller I made. Where's the, oh, there's a zippy cut there. I better measure this, because I think it's a little long. Okay. I'm going to scoot under here. I need that measurement eventually anyway. Squish plugs. Okay. I'll probably come up this way again, so I'll leave my walking stick here. There we go. I gotta clean off that hydraulic jack table because I'm going to be doing some stuff for fabricating under here. because there's no way I'm going to slip this in at this length. Well, it will be. Okay. So let's play. Put the belt on. Come on. Belt on water pump. Rolling water pump. What am I dragging on? Oh. That. There. That'll go somewhere around there. Looks like the alternator should fit in that spot, no problem. Where's my tape? How much room do I have? Here. Let's measure this. Back on here. Up there. I'm not good at measuring straight. 2 inches. How thick is this? 2 inches. But I got an inch there. So this bracket is definitely not going to work. Absolutely, under no circumstances will it work. So I guess I'm going to pause camera, take that bracket off, go find some steel, and see about making a new bracket. Wow, this is going to be no fun. I think what I'm going to do is unbolt this pan right here though and get it out of my way. It's like 3 or 4 volts. Okay, so enough babbling. I'm going to grab out the wrench. I should have a spare. Things are going to be flattened out anyway. Let me guess, 1/2 inches, no, 16. Oh, I got this one. Do I have another half? Oh, I have a pair. Okay, so it looks like there's 3. I'll take this panel right out of here. I'm probably better off to straighten it on the car. Take this panel out. That gives me a little more leg room here, so do that. Hey. I just happened to notice I am 2 subscribers away from 1,000, which is, well, I guess that's a milestone for me, eh? So maybe I'll have to do something, I don't know. Maybe a little giveaway, a little gift. Now, do I give it to subscriber 1,000 or do I have a little draw for current viewers? Because that's always something I could do. Okay, this panel is bended. And it needs to be straightened. Can that undo? Okay, little box and ratchet fit on there. Off. Barely. It's at least faster, and it's not quite that in very well. I guess that got beat out of the way to get the engine out. Instead of being unbolted 3 minutes. It's a splash guard. Hey, I brought my magnet just for that reason. Bend up. You got that one now? Nope. You guys bored yet? I think so. Okay. Let's just kick this off for now. Was I recording? I was. 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Well, after a little intermission, I'm back. Looks like I gotta build a bracket. So we know from the center of the belt and the center of the pulley, and there's should say, to the housing is 1 inch. So from the center here to the front edge is 1 inch. So if I was to take that 2 inches, this is just a matter of figuring out where to drill the holes. Have I got my steel in the right spot? Yeah. Okay, so if I measure 2 inches, 3 inches, hang on. See, this is where I get all confused-lated. Center of the belt. So now I've got to take like a 1/4 inch because this belt is actually, it's not, it's like 7/16, right? It is, well, I'm going to use 5 millimeters as my backup because the belt measures at roughly 10 millimeters. So if I was to go edge of belt, bottom of pulley, center is 1 inch to the bracket. So it's got to be 1 inch from the, why can't I figure this out? My brain isn't braining, it's not mathing. Will this hang past the oil pan? No, I'm gonna have to shim it. I'll just put a washer on and tack it. This will all clear the oil pan. Okay, that's no biggie. Okay, this needs to be 1 inch, 3/4 from the belt. So there is 1 inch from the center, so that's 3/4 to that edge. This here, what if I just welded that on there? Well, it's just so I can get my bolt holes figured out. That's what it is. Maybe I should make my tab, weld it on, make my 2 tabs, and weld them on in the right spot. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on pause. I'm gonna go and cut a couple of tabs. Roughly, let's measure this way. Inch and a half. That'll work. 2 tabs, 1.5 long. Oh, I know what I'm gonna use for a gauge. Is that good? Perfect. Okay, I got a gauge. Okay, I'm gonna have to shut down and figure this out some more. Otherwise, you're just gonna listen to me babble like an idiot for the next hour. But I think I'm gonna do some welding and then just figure out where to drill the holes. I'll be back. Well, here we are again. And that's where we're at. We got clearance at the block. The belt misses everything. The brackets down there all cobbled up, tacked together. I'm gonna weld it up and then I'll do some cleanup and radiusing and whatever. Where that cable bolt's on right there, that has to come off and get relocated. Just below the motor mount is a spot I can bolt it, so we're good. Yeah, so I guess the next dealio is to see about an adjuster. And I have, where did I put it? Oh, right here. There we go. I don't think it's long enough. It might be, might not be. Once I've straightened these bends out and shine her up a little bit, we'll figure it out. So I gotta take a look and make sure my belt alignment is decent from the top side. So I'm gonna lower it now and we'll have a look. Well, this is my final installment. The alternator's in. The tensioner bracket is there as well. Had to extend it. Just working on a couple other little odds and ends. I gotta pull it all out and clean it, weld it, paint it. Yeah, weld it, clean it, paint it. And then we'll be good. What else to do? At least we've got that working. I'll do the power steering thing, then I'll drop the rad in. I might leave the fan off temporarily to bring the engine up to temperature with no fan swinging around, plus my hands are in here. That's what I'm gonna do. And maybe it's a bad idea, which it probably is. So I'm gonna put the fan on. So I gotta clean that up as well. So maybe what I'll do is, I'll have to look and see how much room I have to install everything, and then we'll take it from there. But it looks like I'll have the cooling system running in a couple days. So by the weekend, again, I'll have this thing warming up. I've got a, what do we call that? A temporary fuel system to hook up with a small fuel pump, so we should be good there. At least I'll get time to warm this thing up. I gotta go round up a coil yet because I smoked that one. Anyway, so alternator bracket is in. Yes, it's a Delco. No, I don't care. Cheap, available, dependable. That's all I gotta say about that. So, as always, I'd like to thank you both for watching, and I shall see you on the next one.